YouTube, what's up, what's happening? Here I am today bringing you another video. So I'm going through my comments and I see a lot of people asking, what do I do to prevent fading? What do I do? Do I spray clear coat on the shirt? And the answer is no, don't spray clear coat on a shirt. At least I have never sprayed clear coat on a shirt. I'm pretty sure some people out there have. I've seen it in the comments about posting clear coat. I don't know. I've never clear coated a shirt, but today I'm going to show you what I do to set in the paint so it doesn't fade, at least not right away. Most paint will fade over time or after a lot of washing. I have shirts that I've had for years and years and they last over the years and stuff through all the washes and stuff. But after 3 years, something like that, you do notice it's not as green as it used to be, but it's still pretty good. You can still tell what it is. But that being said, I'm going to introduce you guys to pressing the shirt, to a heat press, and the proper method of doing so. So what we have today is a shirt that here I have finished for a customer, and I have like my original heat press that I ever bought. I found this heat press at a flea market, bought it $20, and here it is today. And it's very small. It's about I think 11 by 14 or something like that. And for today's purposes, I have it on already so that it could have warmed up before the video. But you don't really need a heat press. You could use an iron as well, a regular iron, not one with steam. If you have one with steam, you want to remove all the water, let it steam out all the water before trying this. At least, with the Createx paints on the shirt, you don't want steam. So here we go. We're going to take the shirt off the board, obviously. And one thing to keep in mind is you always want to let your shirt dry all the way before you start trying to heat press it. You don't want to press it while the paint is still wet, because we're not going to leave anything between this. We're not going to don't ever press it on the board as well, because then your shirt will be stuck onto the board and you don't want that. So you want to make sure you get it under there. This one has a nice little moving feature, but we really don't use that too much. If you just get it under there, and make sure you get it nice and flat, no wrinkles in it, because if you press a wrinkle, it will completely, you'll have a nice crease. A wrinkle will make a crease with the press. And if you have an iron, you want to make sure you have it about 350 to 375 degrees. That's about the proper temp. This heat press here goes to about 360 degrees, and it kind of fluctuates between there depending on if you're outside, inside, whatever. Again, if you invest in a good heat press, make sure you get a good one. Like I've said, I've had this one for quite a long time, and who knows who had it before me and how long they had it. But as you can see, it's quite dusty and ugly, and this is kind of the one I take to shows and stuff, and like where I don't have that much space because it's so small, and it doesn't require a lot of power and anything like that. So this one's great for taking around. But if you do have a shop, or if you want to open a shop, I recommend getting a nice big one. And I know you can find them on eBay pretty cheap, but I would take a little bit of extra money and really invest it in a better one, a better brand or something. They will last quite a long time. So here we go. We're going to just lay this down. And again, if you're using an iron, you really want to go over the whole area, and you want to give it like a good ironing, really good. Get it nice and flat, nice and hot. Make sure that paint is steaming, Make sure you get it completely ironed out, and you want to go over it for about a good 2 minutes with an iron. Here we're going to do this for about a minute. 30 seconds to a minute usually sets in the paint. Anything longer than that, you might be risking burning your t-shirt as well, and you don't want burn marks. If you leave this too long, it will turn your t-shirt starting by yellow, and then it'll turn brown, and then you'll be crisping the shirt underneath there, and you really don't want that. So just be mindful of how much time you're taking to press it, and if you're considerate, then no problem. You freaking press a shirt in no time. And again, if you have a press, it's really easy, as again, I'm not really doing anything. The press is doing all the work. But this sets in the paint into the shirt. It cures the paint, so the paint won't fade as quickly. And you will notice a difference right away if you press a shirt and you don't press a shirt and you wash them both. The pressed shirt will be almost as good. And if you want to get a really good, like, you know, really good bond on the fabric with the paint, I would recommend pressing it, you know, completely, letting it dry or cool off, and then pressing it again. You know, a double press. It doesn't hurt, and it really, you know, again, you will notice a difference from the shirt that's pressed and the shirt that's double pressed. The double pressed shirt will take very long to fade. I've had shirts, again, for a few years now that they look great. They look like almost day one when I painted them. So here we go. I think this side's pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and take that out of there, and we're going to do the bottom side of the shirt now, because this press is so small. You know, the shirt doesn't fit completely under there. So we get the bottom part on there, and we press that. But that's basically all there is to it. 350 to 375 degrees, and you want to do it for about a good minute, good 45 seconds to a minute or more. You know, but you don't want to do it so much that you brown the shirt or you yellow it or anything like that. You also want to make sure you get every area where there's paint. As you know, any area you don't press, well, again, you'll see a difference in the fading going after wash. So there you go, guys. I hope that kind of answers your questions about how to cure a shirt, how to heat press a shirt, how to press a shirt with paint. Make sure it's dry, make sure you do it long enough but not too long, and make sure it's hot enough. You could use an iron, but a press, you know, you can't go wrong having a good press. But anyway, guys, if you like the video, hit that like button. If you don't, hit that dislike button. Helps me out either way. If you really like the video, make sure to subscribe. More videos coming soon. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.